Do you ever have those days where it feels like nothing is going quite exactly as you had planned it to, and it just seems to drain all of your energy? All of the things that you thought you were going to get to end up not happening, and you have to pivot quickly on the spot, and it might feel pretty draining. That's kind of how my day felt today. And I actually really had to force myself to sit and make some art, which is what you see on the screen right here. And I actually did this watercolor painting yesterday, and I decided just to create something. I wasn't going to force myself to do anything that was going to take too much effort. I'm in the middle of packing and moving my supplies around, so I felt a little bit hectic. My supplies were just in different areas, and I didn't want to have to, set up a whole bunch of different things. And so this is what I decided to go with, just drawing on top of this sheet of watercolor paper that already had color on it. And I even forgot to record some of it. Honestly, I really didn't want to record a video today. I am just not feeling the best. It has been raining all day today, and as I said, I'm in the middle of packing and moving things, so it has drained a lot of my brain power. Also, because it was one of those days too, I wasn't able to get out and go for my usual walk. It's been raining all day today, and it got a little bit cold, which always like sends me into like a little bit of a freeze response. My nervous system is just really sensitive to changes in the weather like that, and I'm trying to, just be okay with that, to listen to my body and be okay with the pace that I need to go with today. Yesterday, I feel like I was just, expanding, and I felt like I made a lot of really big moves that I was really excited to. And like, oh, yes, this felt great. I, have so much momentum. I'm going to keep going with it. And then today, it just felt like it was just completely derailed, and that's not true. I need to change my mindset about all of that, but I know all of the things that I normally do to help me stay on track were just thrown off a little bit. And instead of beating myself up over it, I'm trying to do a an easier version. I'm trying to do something that still counts. Even though I wasn't able to get all of my steps in today, I did get some things in. I moved my body for a little bit. I did a little bit of a workout. It wasn't a full thing, but it was still something. And something is better than nothing. And so just like this drawing, even though it wasn't something I completed, all in one setting. Like I said, I did the watercolor painting yesterday, and I just decided to draw on top. It still it still counts. I still made some kind of art, and sometimes I put this pressure on myself for it to be something better than it actually is. Even the video footage of this of me, I'm not even going to edit that out. This is part of what I'm trying to do here. Is I want to try and show up, and I need to change my wording with try. I want to keep showing up even if it's imperfect, even if I don't know what I'm doing. Literally, I'm just like, I, eh, I don't even know if anyone's going to listen to this or watch this. I don't even know if I want to watch this over again. Um, I don't know if anyone can relate to this. I mean, I'm sure in some way. But I guess I'm just trying to say that we all have these days where we feel like it's completely thrown off, but that doesn't have to mean anything about us. It's all just information. There is no such thing as like getting it wrong. Everything I am doing as far as like making art is all about the creation of the art. It's not about the end product, it's about getting myself out of my head for a little while. getting lost in all of the lines that I'm drawing on this paper. It's about thinking less and being more in the present moment. So at least I was trying to do that while I was filming this. So. But there is something very therapeutic about doing these like repetitive lines over and over again, even if they're not perfect, even if they don't make any kind of sense. This isn't supposed to be like a realistic rendering of anything. It truly is just about the creation process. And as I said, there is no way to do it wrong. This was purely for the fact that I want to create as often as possible. And so this was the piece of art that I happened to create today. And I think maybe I was comparing this to my other days of the week that felt so much more productive. Like, oh, I got to do multiple pieces of art and I got to cook and I got to work out and all of these things. And some days, this is it. Some days this is all I got. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So I'm sharing that in hopes that maybe the next time I'm feeling a bit low energy, I will remember that that is okay too. And some days can look like that, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. So I hope that maybe if you feel like you have days like that too, you'll give yourself some grace and yeah, just know that tomorrow is a new day.